Marissa is a beautiful young woman about to marry a wealthy and successful man named Chris. As she puts on her wedding gown, she reflects on the 10 precious secrets of a marriage that must remain hidden. Despite accepting these constraints, Marissa acknowledges she will struggle to resist the 7th secret, her secret desire for unconventional pleasures. A year later, Marissa's life seems perfect. Her husband, a powerful attorney, adores her, yet she dreams of becoming a great songwriter and singer. For now, she performs at a small café, yearning for the day she can sing on bigger stages. Although her marriage appears ideal, Marissa feels suffocated as she hasn't achieved her musical aspirations. One day, Marissa visits her husband's workplace to bring him snacks and encounters her mother-in-law, who mocks her and criticizes her as a wife. Unwilling to endure the taunts, Marissa escapes to a park to write lyrics for her next song. While pondering whether to enter a singing competition, she becomes distracted and watches an adult video on her phone. A man named Slade notices her, smiles with curiosity, and startles her when his phone rings. Though embarrassed, Marissa notices Slade's nonchalant attitude. Later, as Marissa walks through the park, a drunken man approaches her, but Slade intervenes and scares him off. Slade advises her to avoid the park and jokingly asks if she was the person in the video, which she denies. He then gives her his number and invites her to the Corporal Club, promising an exciting experience. That night, Marissa imagines Slade carrying her into the forest and punishing her for pleasure. Her husband, Chris, misinterprets her arousal as being about him and passionately kisses her. Despite subtle hints, Chris fails to understand her desires, frustrating Marissa. The next morning, Marissa hesitates to call Slade but eventually musters the courage to dial his number, only to hang up twice before he answers. Slade understands her hesitation and remains confident she will come to him. Marissa's sister, a police officer, later visits and encourages her to promote her singing career, giving her brochures for her upcoming show. Marissa, meanwhile, researches the Corporal Club online. When Chris informs her about his plans to run for district attorney and suggests they start a family, Marissa declines, wanting to focus on her music before becoming a mother. This leads to an argument between them. Determined, Marissa visits the Corporal Club but hesitates to enter until Slade reassures her. However, the moaning sounds from inside frighten her, and she runs away. Later, at her performance, her sister reminds her of her age and the importance of starting a family, but Marissa insists on pursuing her career. Slade appears at the cafe, arousing Marissa with a subtle touch. That night, he invites her to the club again, and Marissa, conflicted, finally decides to explore her desires, removing her wedding ring before entering. At the club, she meets Olivia, who explains that the Corporal Club is a space for people to embrace their hidden fetishes. Marissa discovers that Slade owns the club, and as he showcases its unique activities, she becomes overwhelmed and leaves. Despite feeling guilty, Marissa grows distant from Chris and fantasizes about Slade. Eventually, she agrees to attend a themed party at the club in the school dress. Slade's charm lures her further, and they share an intimate moment that leaves her both marked and satisfied. Meanwhile, Olivia, who is revealed to be Slade's ex-wife, grows jealous of Marissa. As Marissa becomes more involved with Slade, she starts ignoring her husband's calls, though guilt begins to weigh heavily on her. On their wedding anniversary, Chris announces his candidacy for district attorney during a press conference. Olivia, still resentful, sends Marissa incriminating videos and messages, threatening to expose her secret. Panicked, Marissa confronts Olivia, who blackmails her into agreeing to continue attending the club under her control. Marissa, desperate to protect her husband's career, reluctantly complies. Despite her internal turmoil, Marissa smiles and supports Chris during his public announcement, narrating that while she feels terrified, she has never felt more alive. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more recaps.